is we know why we're making the switch. Or what should our next switch be. So like they've had a Doomfist, and personally I say the McCree is the switch we should make, and Trezzy says the Doomfist. I mean, wait.
What?
Are you talking about our talk after scrims last night?
You said Reaper. Yeah. Trezzy said Reaper, and he gave the reason why Reaper is the better pick. And
Right.
now I understand that Reaper would be a better pick against Doomfist. Because we've had an issue with some Doomfists for the past 2 weeks, I think. So I don't think we're taking the time to like reevaluate like what we're doing, and we're just running down like the same spot over and over, trying to like make a different outcome.
Yeah.
Because I think that on Hanamura we've done it 2 times now where we can't take the second point because we're just trying the same thing over and over.
Okay, we can definitely look at that. Are you guys still running into like comms starting to get a little crowded?
It's just there's no one alpha enough to just say something and do it.
Well, sorry, I'm like looking at food while I'm doing this.
Because we have a community comm kind of thing, but we don't have somebody that's picking out the information and deciding what the next move is.
So I think what you guys should try doing, and so you can try a couple of different people or like experiment with different people in the role. But I think you guys should have like a mediator, we'll say. Like everyone continue to contribute to comms as you guys are normally doing, because I mean you guys all contribute really good things, and all of you are capable of making good calls. But have one person whose dedicated role is to just be hyper aware of all of the comms that are going in and listening to every single one of them, and that one person decides, okay, we go with this. And you have to do it like really quickly too. Like you can't spend too long thinking about it. It's just like you hear someone. Like I'll give you like an example. Like say target calling, right? Like you hear a couple of teammates call out Zarya, or a couple of teammates call out I don't know, Moira no Fade. The mediator has a split second, like maybe 1 to 2 seconds, to make a decision which one is the best one to go to, and that's the one that everyone goes for. Same thing with like any other call. Like if you're deciding, okay, next fight we're gonna use X, Y, and Z ult, and there's a discussion going on back and forth or whatever, and the mediator is the one to say, okay, we're gonna do that. I basically have one person listening to everything that's going on, and then decision comp swaps or whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's it should be. Jun's good at it, but I don't think he can do target calling. Well, actually, no. In double shield, he could.
Well, in this situation, because all 6 of you are capable of making calls, there's not going to be as much pressure on this person to like have to come up with calls. It's more like filtering through calls that are being made and deciding which one is actually the best. Like that's probably going to be the most difficult one, right? Like especially with target calls, there's a lot of subtlety in like actually deciding which one is the best call. I mean, there could be situations where like a majority of your team is already shooting a less ideal target, and the correct decision in that situation is to just kill that target first as quick as possible since everyone's already shooting at it.
And not switch.
But yeah, I think you guys should try out a couple of different people in that role. I think to start, it's okay if that person is like is forced to use like less resources on their own gameplay and in their own shot calling. I would say like if you had, it's okay to let your gameplay fall first and then your own shot calling. But like whatever you need to do to focus on like being the final call. Yeah, you guys should try it with a couple different people.
I think we have. But yeah, no, there's definitely no one. I don't think anyone would say a single person if you asked them. Being like the IGL.
Oh, you mean like no one would want to be that?
No, I mean like if you asked each player individually, no one would have an answer.
Of who we think the IGL is.
Yeah.
In this situation, like the only way to figure out is to try.
Test it
Yeah.
to see
put out.
who we follow the best or
Who does it the best?
who does it the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
then
could
we
actually.
try that.
I'm gonna see if my buddy Pete's on. He's a 4.4 IGL for tier 3 team. He's extremely good at it.
Could we have two people to make those decisions? Like one makes ult decisions, and the other one makes
So
the
okay,
other decisions.
so normally, see, I think you guys have an interesting problem, right? Where all 6 of you contribute shot calls at different points, and yeah, like sometimes Steel will make really good calls on which ult to use. Sometimes Trezzy will. Sometimes Shun will. So normally that is okay, where like you split up the duties, right? Like you have one person handling the ults and one person handling target calling, one person handling this. You guys can try that out. I feel like because this team is kind of good at, like, everyone is pretty good at making calls. I kind of want to find a way to try to take advantage of that. Which is why I think, yeah, just having one person listening to all the calls, filtering them, and deciding out of the ones that are being made, the one that the team should go for. I think that could work to the strength of this team.
Okay. Yeah, because I do like the community comms because there's 6 people. We all see something different, and we're able to spot something that maybe somebody else won't. It's hard to see all of it.
Also, the other part of it too is like, just like this one person is gonna have to be like hyper aware of every call that's being made, the entire team has to also be hyper aware that, yeah, this one person is sifting through them and making the final call and be aware of that final call.
Are we going against the Martian team next week?
Yeah, that's what the
3.9?
managers were wanting.
Okay.
As a scrim or in the
actually-
Rose Club?
Scrim.
Okay.
Scrims.
The
We're swimming next week.
the highest ranked team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3.9.
Which honestly,
Did we do? No, wait. Did we get rinsed by then?
yeah, because that was goats, and they had their full roster.
Oh yeah.
That was before I was here.
I think you guys would have figured out goats.
I don't think I was there either. Like I think I had missed that weekend.
I remember it was like super. It felt like Pug. I think if I was there.
Was it a?
I'm curious to see how you guys do against them then.
Yeah, same because they have their roster's sort of scrappy right now. They only have like 4 main players, like 4 solid players. Granted, they're both like the healers and the tanks, so they have a pretty solid foundation. I think they're both the tanks are like 4.2.
Okay.
Alright, so sorry, kind of going on a tangent there. So last few weeks it's been comms during devolved fights, not having an in-game decision maker. Is there anything else that you guys struggle with? It did seem like you guys are rolling through a lot of the scrims too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like besides like just stupid staggers, but
Yeah, and it's always
not-
like second point on those payloads or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I don't think we've lost mini maps. And if we have, it's been like the King of the Hills, and we've gone like 2-1 or something.
Have you guys been pretty much almost exclusively been running like the Arista Sigma, the Doom Reaper or Sim?
Yeah.
More Lucia?
Yeah.
I do think at some point I kind of want to sit down with each of the roles and just have like discussion on play style in this meta. I mean, I'm still learning it myself, but I do think that there are some differences that we should be aware of. Like obviously playing Lucio from Goats to this is very different. Like Orisa for one, like the halts are different than just like the normal pull hook combos. Like how you use your cooldowns, the decision making is, I think, slightly different with this, and I think it'd be good to go sit down with people and go over them.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that Saturday if we're still in Vod Review, or definitely try to squeeze it in. I think.
I'm gonna have to see what we're gonna do for next weekend because there's a good chance I'll miss Thursday and Friday if there's anything planned.
We can try not to plan something.
The Rose League games are scheduled weekly.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do the Rose Cup game like Tuesday or something.
Hopefully.
Alright, I'm gonna start Hanamura.
Alright.
You kill everything. Okay, well, we got a Doom is just so broken right now. What if you use him? It counters this. And...
Yes, you can.
counters him? Yeah.
You think you can, Tyke? Yes, you can.
I was super excited about the Sombra pick, but then they switched to me.
We're just gonna play the game. Hopefully, it's not. Yeah, we'll probably speed. They can't speed right.
I still can't get used to seeing solos instead of my name. It's like, who the fuck is that?
I like this. I don't know if they. I don't know if Shun and still talked about this beforehand. Yeah, I like the. I like the shield rotation, slow rolling the Orisa shield. So Trezzy, I'm actually kind of curious to hear, because I'm still figuring out Doom myself. Like, why do you think Doom is really good right now?
He goes through shields. Double shield is useless, and if you target the sim, our double shield gets stronger.
Do you have any thoughts on how the Doom should be playing, as in like?
Brawl, very in us.
Like as a team, so we all move as a group.
Yeah, because
Like a
the only way we can save our Doom, because our Doom has to engage with punch,
So he
which means that
doesn't
he has to.
engage
Yeah,
until we do.
Drop right here.
and
Or
I don't even know where Tech is.
I think he's on point.
Yeah,
Somebody's on point and they're not with
And
us.
He went left side.
He's playing him like a tracer.
Which Doom is a flanker.
Yeah. I mean, kinda.
Kinda. But like that's like when they don't expect he can get the best pick. But yeah, he's playing him on the point behind because we go on top right. He's on point.
Yeah, at the
I mean,
beginning
yeah,
he
it-
uppercutted.
It
Yeah.
it did work out, but
It did.
it didn't work out because we played. They just couldn't stop us. If that makes sense.
He Tech definitely went. He was definitely playing way too split for you guys, and I mean, if you wanted to do like he went that way, and you
Mhm.
guys went this way,
Yep.
and it's like you guys don't have access to the same things.
Like, yeah, and part of what makes Doom really strong right now is comboing the Orisa pull.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, with his slam and his uppercut and his ult. All combo with Orisa.
Yeah, you can combo and yeah, any Doom cooldown, and this is why like I think halts are a little bit different in this meta, where a lot of the halts now like you want to try to pull their entire team together.
Yeah, using them like mini grabs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think especially since you guys went this way, if Tech was like not with you guys, what he should have done is waited for their team to like, because you can see like they're kind of hanging around here, and as you guys are going this way, I think Tech should have tried to find like some squishy to abuse. Just going down main. I think he went way too far to the left.
Yeah, because he's on point right
He's
now.
on point right now, yeah. And he's drawing the aggro back to point.
Drop right here.
Yeah, he just punched out. So he's just like
Which
making him
it's
turn
like,
around.
it's kind of not great.
If that was a better team, they would all turn around and kill them immediately.
And also like for like their team, the rotation that they want to be making, especially since you guys got like ended up there, like they want to be on point, so Tech kind of rotated them into a spot that they wanted to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, and this is a problem like with this disconnect, as you guys starting taking this fight, he's not there. You guys are basically 5v6.
Yep, he's dead. And we end up winning somehow anyway.
But because So you guys have been playing really well.
Yo, mate, mate, mate.
And yeah, we had a Reaper, they didn't.
Yeah, like you
I
guys
think
don't
we
get
had more
punished for it,
self-sustain.
but it's still important to keep this in mind because the better teams will punish you for it.
Yo, mate, 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 mate,
But that's also why they don't play any sim in Overwatch League. You're just too vulnerable. Boom, boom.
I think again, this is like nitpicking. I think in this meta because it's double shields and double shields are kind of annoying. A lot of how you play I think is going to be centered around like looking for opportunities to exploit. Which, on that note, like the double shields makes it so that it's going to be not necessarily a hard, but it's like the opportunities don't come up as often. I feel like.
You mean for picks?
Yeah.
That's why we run Doom.
That is true. But it's like I feel like when these opportunities come up, it's very important to exploit them.
Mhm.
So here, I think I would have, and this is like nitpicking, but it's like there is an opportunity here, like they're all right there to try to go for a double boop, either pull them to the ledge and then boop them off, or boop them to the ledge and then pull them off. Either one.
I'm moving in. Yes, move. Yo, mate, 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 mate.
I'm present.
Yeah, other than that, there's really not much to say. The only thing that concerns me is the Doom rule split.
Okay. So you just go me. And then hold. They might have their sizzle later. They died early.
Running a main or?
Main,
I did some. Word. Oh, let's do it. Sit top right. The top right.
Yeah.
There's a guy that Sigma.
Nice.
Very good, Sigma. Sigma.
Sigma low.
Let's go.
May on point. May on point.
Do you guys roll this? I feel like you guys are about to roll this.
Yeah, we hold a contest. It was the defense really that.
Yeah, they stalled for a really long time.
And they.
Did we have to take this 2 times?
No, we tied 2-2.
I know, but like, did it take us two times to come in?
No, I don't think so. Not on attack. I think, and then a defense we held second. I might just skip on him more now that I think about it. Because I'm trying to think about.
You might be thinking about the last week's Hanamura.
There's a point where you guys didn't kill Lucio, which managed to heal up their 2 tanks that were still left from a previous fight, and then they snowballed back onto the point.
Yeah, that was during the overtime. When we were on defense. I remember that.
It is slightly annoying. It's kind of hard to tell whose ball is
It
whose.
might be mine.
Yeah, that's
It probably is mine.
that's blue team.
This one is theirs. I know.
Oh,
'cause I
okay.
can see the.
May on point.
I think.
My orbs usage is
So.
right now.
I mean, we're definitely nitpicking there. I think the coalescence was a little early.
It was.
May on point. May on point.
On me.
I mean, you guys got picks. Yeah, it's pretty good target focus. Yeah, I think Shun, careful to. Let's see if he did it. Honestly, there's really not much to say here. You guys kind of rolled it.
was a good shield.
Yeah, the target calls are really good. Keep in mind, like, I mean, you guys do a good job of focusing that target, but like, Tracer on point, May on point, like, it's technically not a target call.
Ball again, ball again.
Like, as a team, you guys do a really good job here reacting to that, but because of the way that's phrased, like, there can be times where the focus on that is like less ideal. I mean, like, just for example, like, what if, I don't know, what if your Reaper was like off doing, like, focused on somebody else and getting pressured by somebody else, and he hears Tracer on point? Well, he could, I mean, could think that, well, that's somebody else's problem. I've got to deal with this person pressuring me. So yeah, like, ideally, like, turn those into target calls.
Just say their name.
Yeah, just start repeating their names, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Tracer on point.
Yeah, it's like, it didn't matter in this situation because, like, they're trickling on the point one by one.
Okay. But if there was all like 4 people, and I
Yeah,
want
like,
a specific person, okay.
I mean, you can say Tracer. Like, it's good to say Tracer on point so the team knows where it is. But then turning that into Tracer. We can kill the Tracer. Tracer no blinks or whatever.
Okay.
Pretty.
Delete stall from the game.
Because it's not always guaranteed that the entire team is focused on the same things that you are. They could have other things that they are dealing with.
Right.
We can do anything.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of value out of the Doomfists on that attack, but it also kind of didn't matter. See, and also, like, I think Tech was like way up there in the rooms, and I like, it would have been better if Tech was ready for this. I mean, you had 2 options, right? You either use your cooldowns on this entire group as they're coming out of that TP, which would be pretty fat, or like, you try to pick somebody off that's straggling through the TP, because you can't TP everybody through point at once, right? There's a cooldown.
No, everybody can press F on it individually. It's a 1 second once you pass through.
Can, like, all 6 people press at the same time and all
Yes.
6 of them go out? Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm trying to think how to split this up. So, like, it's not a terrible idea for Doom to be up there, because
I mean, it kind of is for our comp.
Right, but Tech didn't understand like how Brawly. I mean, because like Doomfist is usually not a Brawly like you've never played him as a Brawly character until now.
Yeah, you would never initiate with punch.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like hearing that is like completely different than what most Doomfist players would think about playing Doomfist.
Question: would maybe swapping out the Sigma for an Azaria to help the Doomfist out a little bit better be a slightly better call than Sigma Orisa?
No, double shield's too strong.
All right.
You can still potentially help out with. There's still ways to help the Doomfist out. Like you can still, the Doomfist gets. Ideally, the Doomfist is playing smart enough where he has a cooldown to use to get out, but you know you can always speed him out. You can, what do you call it? The Sigma EM out.
The Doomfist, yeah, the basic thing Doomfist, you punch in, uppercut, slam away.
Yep.
That's and then repeat.
Okay, so
I think we just weren't ready for this rotation.
Yeah.
and that's kind of I think
And then
to
the
play
wall
this.
popped up.
So limited all your movement.
Yeah, like we couldn't back out once the sim things happened, and then we were against the sim and the May, and we were just stuck with the wall.
So I think the way to play this is. Alright, definitely the Doom Sigma Lucio. I'll say that Moria too. Sorry, I'm trying to think how to play this.
The best way to do this would just be put Reaper on point, because he can two-shot shield or teleporter.
Okay, Man, there's a lot of things you could do here. I mean, the simplest one is that all of you guys are aware of like, because you know, like when you start every match, there's like that first 10 to 15 seconds where like scouting is super important. Like you're trying to figure out what their team comp is. Like someone needed to be like really aware that okay, they have a sim. What is their like likely plan of attack with that? And it's gonna be this TP. So the simplest thing to have done is that like all 6 of you were ready for this, and someone needed to make the call. I think most of the times you would just say everyone rotate onto point and you guys just brawl there. But there's a lot of stuff you could do here. Like you could have, I think you could have the Orisa stay facing front and try to like halt a straggler away from the TP to isolate them from the team.
Yeah, they're running May though. That's risky, because they would just wall either at the starter or the NTP, and it would protect them. Like what it's doing right now.
Yeah, like in.
Because they Orisa shield the TP in choke, and then they May walled it in point, so you can't destroy it.
Well, okay. I'm trying to think of a creative way to do this. Like, you definitely want. I think you definitely want most of the people focused on the TP that's on the point.
Wouldn't just giving them a tick and then maybe grouping up on the right side? Would that be better?
I think giving the I would say avoid giving them a tick. Like it's absolutely a really good strat to like give 1 or 2 ticks in the recontest, but don't do it unnecessarily if you don't have to. I think like there's an opportunity here, like setting up this TP and like getting the entire team through. There's like a moment of vulnerability here that I feel like you guys can exploit in some way. I think like having majority of the team ready for this TP. I'm trying to. Honestly, it's probably best just at minimum these four ready to deal with anybody that's coming out of the TP, and I think you can even like let 1 or 2 people in and then focus down the TP. But I mean, since they're all coming out that one wall, it's quite easy to just like use a Doomfist cooldown and just get all of them, and you can just throw a whole bunch of damage at them, right? Like 1 or 2 bouncing in this hallway. But I feel like there's something that can be done here about like splitting up this team while they're trying to TP. What should I have? I'm thinking like maybe the Orisa pulling as like the first few go through the TP, pulling like whoever's left away from it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, the simplest way to do this is just know that the sim's coming and just play close to point. Because, like I said, the Reaper, if we're playing Reaper like this, he can destroy the TP in 2 shots.
Well,
Which should be enough time to kill it before you can even teleport.
I think since
Or
they
a
already,
Semaphore.
yeah, but they already use one of their biggest cooldowns, which is wall, and they can no longer separate you guys from the point with wall. So I think just either rushing the Reinhardt or the Sigma. Is that Sigma right there? Yeah, that's the tank.
Hang on,
It's
my
our
food is here.
Sigma.
No, that's Reinhardt. So just rush Sigma May. I mean Reinhardt May, and have the supports deal with the turrets that are above point because they have the smallest damage numbers in guns, but can still one shot it.
Well, I know we got rolled, so
I think the
Because right now Doomfist is on the Orisa. That's an uppercut to our right.
yeah.
but she's golden, right?
Yeah. So, but after that's done, Doomfist should win the 1v1 because of her hitbox.
I'm not sure what happened exactly here. I know that we couldn't get onto the point, and I don't remember if it was the May or if it was the turrets. But
I believe it was the Druids.
it was a bad rotation, or we didn't react fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the May wall being there did not help. So, but I'd have to see it play out because I don't remember exactly. Like we get rolled here.
Where's our Orisa shield?
That is a good question.
Is it down? Did they break it?
Maybe it's deploying.
Maybe.
Because that's Orisa right there.
Can we
Yeah.
play SB? Can we play through this for a few seconds to see what happens? And maybe even rewind to see where. SB?
He did.
Getting his food?
It's
Is this
already
food?
food.
Are we allowed to pause and unpause it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, but we might as well just wait for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should be able to.
I've messed up my. I don't know how. Okay.
He's back from the grave.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Here a little bit or something.
I mean, I heard a door open and close, so.
Oh, Borderlands is gonna be downloaded in 15 minutes.
Aw, snap.
It's got 4 gigabytes left.
Alright, sorry, I had to pick up food.
Welcome to the land of the living.
Okay. I formed a conclusion while I was walking downstairs.
Alright.
Did you guys form, like, what did you guys decide?
I say just rush them to rush the people on point.
On point.
Yeah, especially the
say-
May because the May's freezing.
Okay. So, man, I kept thinking about, like, if there's... Is it? Yeah, it's... Yeah, I kept thinking about if there was, like, a way to exploit that there's, like, this moment where they're going to be split. Yeah, you guys definitely do not want to play split because... Yeah, if a good team walks up to this choke and sees that, like, some of you are defending points, some of you are, like, somewhere else, they'll just bum rush this, or they'll just TP somebody somewhere else. So I think the play here is the moment that you guys call out that there's a sim, and someone needs to be scouting as early as possible to see if that's the case. The entire team should move back to point, I think. If they TP straight into you, that's pretty dumb because you have all of the advantage. I mean, yeah, there's like a moment where they're spawning where they can't be touched, but like it's kind of, there's a little bit of disorientation coming out of the TP, plus like you basically have the initiative when they come out. So if they TP here, like you guys just pour everything into it, damage orb, Doomfist cooldowns. I think the Reaper should try to destroy the TP after a few of them go through to try to split them. Trezzy, I think you should like when they start spawning in and they're like you can start shooting at them, try to boop them into like that corner. Yeah, just having them like unable to move, hang in the air while they're like where it's easy to get shot at. Easier shots for your team. Yeah, I think the moment that they see you guys rotating onto point, I think that they'll try to rotate somewhere else like there. So you could try to like slow roll this rotation a little bit, like be in the process of moving while they're reaching that point. To try to like, they might try to like TP to get there before you. But yeah, the whole team should just rotate back and play the point. If they TP this way and try to go through there, you guys should just go up the high ground, play that space. There's like a stair to the left there.
Ryan in?
Oh, dude, they got. Arisa!
Just keep shooting him. Help user, help.
But yeah, like the last thing you want to do is let them take the point, and especially it's like set up with their turret. So. I think the correct play is just deny them this.
User, help user,
No,
help
no,
user.
no, back. May.
Touch point, touch
Oh
point.
god, the wall!
Just touch. Guys,
Oh, I gotta dive in.
you gotta die or find a hole.
I
Like,
love my
stagger
bed.
you. You're gonna go right side.
We didn't rotate fast enough.
Get ready for a boot.
No, you legit like not thinking about it. That's all I
Stay.
Okay.
Oh, they're supposed to be right side, though, right?
They're gonna TP into main, probably.
No, they're main right now.
Look right all
have
do.
TP
Oh,
high.
there's turrets on the way.
Get the
First
main.
one, May, May,
On the
May.
main, on the main.
Push your button point. I'm walling mains. On campus.
Really have
On
a
out. Low outside.
Freaking turret. Get over here. Freaking.
Oh, nice
Going
move.
off.
Steel, that was a good idea to wall off the Ana from heals. I think you were just a little late on it.
Ryan's down.
Nice
Ryan,
move.
they dropped. They
Ryan.
dropped.
Ryan.
Ryan one. Ryan one. Ryan one. He's down.
Nice, nice.
On center.
No, right side, right side, right side.
Right.
They have TP high ground.
They
They
all
have
do.
TP
Oh,
high ground.
there's turrets on the way.
Get the
First
main.
one, May, May,
On the
May.
main, on the main.
Push your button point. I'm walling mains. On campus.
Really have
Yeah, this is mostly well played. Shun, I think you needed to help out with those turrets.
I don't really say where they were. And then he stood on one for a bit.
Yeah, like the boops are good.
I didn't realize you could save turrets by walling them.
No, she broke them. I'm pretty sure the May breaks them.
Nah,
Did she save one of them?
yeah, she saves it.
Ground. They have TP high ground.
There's turrets on
No, they one of
is
them
it
broke.
underneath?
Get the main.
One of
No,
them
they,
broke.
no, they're under.
Push your button
Oh.
point.
No,
Big
there's
one.
only one left. One broke from the
Oh
wall.
no, yeah, that was me breaking it.
Low outside.
Oh, okay.
Because I tried to break both of them, and then that's why I got walled
And
up.
the May, okay, the May walled it.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
I thought they break them.
The turrets
So
I mean,
they-
it makes sense that they don't though, because they could just grief and comp.
Are they underneath the May wall?
is
Yeah.
it still...
Do they get hidden?
They can't shoot though.
Okay,
They
yeah,
can't shoot
that
us.
was us.
Get the
First
main.
one, May, May, May.
Unless they're shooting on the other side, but I don't remember.
They might have been.
Yeah, like I think definitely Shun at least, because you guys should have been able to hear the turrets being deployed.
Ryan's down.
Nice
Ryan,
move.
they dropped. They dropped.
Ryan.
Ryan one.
Where are the? Does she TP top top? Yo,
Yeah,
that's,
and then she threw him on
Right.
point.
yeah. You can just melee them.
Yeah. Yeah, like these turrets wouldn't have been. I mean they're pretty good since none of you guys are aware of them.
We died.
They would have been even better if. Yeah, like they needed to get a shield on it.
I mean,
They
there is a
tried.
shield.
Yeah, it's right next
They're a
to it.
little-
Yeah, that's something I like to do on when I play Sim. And you know how we TP from that side? I like to throw a wall up close to where the shrine is in the middle and put 3 turrets right there behind my Sim wall.
You're saying. Are you talking about these shrines?
The shrine here, mark 'em. Right. Oh, I can't. Right.
Yeah, yeah, I'll test you. Or no, it doesn't. Why won't it let me do it?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's that 8-bit.
I think I just need to click on it. Yeah, right here. So you throw them either on this wall here or on the bottom right here, and then I place the sim wall that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I usually do when we. Oh shit! Stop writing.
I would. Yeah, make sure it's like pretty tight up on that. on those turrets, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like probably Shun in this case, but yeah, one of you, somebody had to deal with these turrets.
There's
Oh,
turrets
that's
on
the
the
rest.
right.
Get the
Where's
main.
someone? May,
On the main, on the main.
What's your button point? I'm walling main, so I can
Really have
a.
Yeah, it's still there.
Trezzy finally got
Get
it.
over here. Cricket wall.
Shoot. Shun was worried about the
Get over here. Get out of here. They're on the McCree now. Or the stun.
Should I get on? I don't think I could play between the main and McCurry.
Yeah, you can play Ash. You play anyone that can control high ground. Stay in no contest.
Yeah.
Right, might have shatter.
Yeah, you can try to shatter. I have a bongo. You want it?
Yeah.
I could.
Shun.
I could pull. 3, 2, 1.
They're all main. All further. Further right shatters.
Watch for.
Okay.
Completely useless. Yeah.
One of you guys was early. So it's not like the highest value use of coalescence. But actually this is something I picked up watching ML7 play Baptiste. It's not a terrible thing, like if you feel like you have a you have to be very careful how you use this. It's easy to screw it up and throw your ult away. If you feel like you're not in an advantage for the next fight, it can be okay to pop a like low value support ult like Coalescence, or the Baptiste square is probably better if you're running that. You do it early, force them to like they'll make a decision. Like they might make a mistake and push in which you'll get value from your ult. But it's also okay to like force them to stop, take a few seconds. Otherwise, they're like what 5 seconds. Most of these ults last. Yeah, let your team poke a little bit more and like try to build up some like you're almost to Sigma ult. Just stalling for that extra few seconds can be valuable. But the pull was definitely early. Yeah, like again, it's not the greatest value you can get out of this coalescence, but it's kind of okay. I think what you guys should have done is like if they're going down main, like they have to go across this bridge. Unless they like try to do something cheeky where like they call, okay, everybody jump off, and they take this route. I would wait for them to actually walk out onto this bridge, pull them all together, and then do Doomfist do his thing.
Okay.
And then especially since you're playing up there, go for the boop after the combo. Try to split somebody off of the team.
So just waiting it out, letting it out.
Yeah, I think you guys need to be comboing the pull with.
Base up top. Base up top.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's 4-person dynamite, damn.
Definitely the Doomfist. I mean, you can do combos with like the Sigma Rock. I think you'll get mixed results with that, even if you hit the rock. Just because even if you stun them back there, there's not necessarily going to be follow up to get that pick. you have to be stunning something that's like you get value out of taking them out of commission for a few seconds. Or in like the very rare case, you actually stun them in a position where you can get a pick off.
Yeah, you just
I'm
gotta
gonna
live it.
come in and shatter. May ulted, point.
Ana?
Help me.
Ana on point?
I can get over to you.
I'm gonna ult this.
Use ult.
No, no more, no more, no more.
No more, no more. They
They're resting a lot. They're resting a lot. I think we use more. Use more.
They shattered. He'll boost your down.
You win now.
They shattered. They ulted.
Yeah, definitely need to be tracking this mail. I think, like, I feel like you guys are getting the concepts down pretty well, like target calling, alt tracking, alt planning. It's just sometimes like one of those things falls off. I think this is the second mail that kind of catches you guys off guard a little bit.
They ulted. Point.
Ana?
Help me.
Ana on point?
I can get over to you.
I'm gonna ult this.
Use ult.
No, no more, no more, no more.
No more, no more.
They're resting a lot. They're resting a lot. I think we use more. Use more.
They shattered.
Was that worth ulting the bongo?
He'll boost your down.
You win.
Because Doomfist landed right on top of the bongo.
Doing what?
Doomfist ulted, and instead of ulting the 3 people that were clumped up together, he targeted the bongo.
Hmm.
I'm gonna ult this.
Oh, there was no bongo. I thought there was a bongo. Just
Our bongo.
Yeah, I think he just missed.
Alright.
They should have tried to hit the pool. But part of that is also, I don't think Steel called it out either. So I think that there's definitely a lot of things you can do in this game silently, like just listening to audio and watching visual cues and reacting off of them. Like for Shun, like it was good reacting to the Doomfist cue to halt this. But like something I think it was ML7 that said this. Like you can't expect teammates to read your mind. There's only a limit to how much audio and visual cues you can react off of. So I think, telling your Doomfist, hey, I'm gonna halt this.
Use ult.
No, no more, no more, no more.
I do like the flow of someone made a call, no alts, and then someone said no, we need them. I think what would be, I mean, you guys are kind of in this situation naturally following those calls, but I think like this is a situation where having someone mediating this and making decisions on which one of these things do we follow.
They
They're resting a lot. They're resting a lot. I think we use more.
They shattered. He'll boost your down.
You win now.
They shattered. They ulted. They have a Creole.
I think they
They
nano.
nanoed. They nanoed.
Yeah, they know. No, no B.
They have Sigma now? No run?
No, they sig ulted.
They didn't have Sigma.
Didn't have sick that ran.
Oh, they had right. He shattered. Right.
So that was really good tracking. As you guys are climbing, I think the next step that you guys have to work on is getting this conversation down. This conversation took.
I was trying so hard to think and look at the roster that they had because I said Ryan shattered and then I was thinking the Sigma ulted.
Like honestly, like what you guys did here is perfect. Like there's really nothing wrong with it. And it's not like it's a pretty high expectation to have you guys like all of a sudden knock this out in under 5 seconds.
They have Sigma now? No running?
Yeah, but the fact that you had this conversation and you went through every single one of these alts, it's right on.
No, they sig ulted.
Because the problem that you're gonna run into, especially against better teams, is like if you spend all of this time
Yeah, we
trying to
should be
sort
planning.
this out, yeah, like you've left no time to
Yeah,
plan your
we
stuff.
should be saying what they do have, not what they used. Or just do it quicker.
Yeah, we should be calling what they have or what they're close to.
Wait, I clicked and it didn't shoot. I'm so upset.
6 main, but they're going top left. 6 main and left.
Yeah, because there needed to be a plan here on how we were gonna use these.
I know they drop it. Tanks are on the main right now. So is main.
I think they're going top left. Wanna play the wall?
Right, you could keep scouting them out. Yeah, the tanks are moving up.
Right, so I don't mind like all of this poke, and it's actually like up until now it's kind of good how long you guys have hung around here, mostly because they're struggling to regroup. I think now though, especially like what your comp wants to be doing, I would not stay up here.
I tell them to leave.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
would have
guys-
got walled.
Yeah, like this would have been really bad. Yeah, it's like you're gonna find a lot of these situations where like you guys are pushing up front to get picks or try to get even more staggers. It's important though to not overstay your welcome. If you had gotten picked here, this would have been really bad. Just because, like, you want their team to actually try to like make their way onto point. Yeah, like they don't have anything to contest this Ash, and for this Ash to get value, you need to like bait them into this open area.
And he also has no reason being up there. He has ult.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Is like for this ult, like you kind of want to bait them all into an area. I mean,
I mean, like for the poke. Like, there's no reason for him to be poking. He has ult.
oh yeah, that's also true. I was gonna say if you guys had planned this, right, like there could have been something where like, because this is a small corridor that they have to pass through, you could try to Sigma ult them down this corridor and have everybody here to follow up. I mean, it's not the greatest plan considering like what your comp wants to be doing, but there's something to be said about like formulating a plan and just everybody following it is like that can also be really successful.
In like the back right. I'm gonna try to pull them down. I pulled Orisa down.
Nice, they're one, two down.
Yeah, McCree on her.
6 up top, yes, no E.
McCree under on the mini.
McCree's under. McCree going to buy you, Danny. Behind you. Careful.
Yeah, that was really good pull. Like always watch for, and I mean this is kind of the concept that dive is based off of, but always watch for moments where the enemy team is trying to rotate to another spot, because in those like split moments, like those windows don't open up for very long. That is when they're most vulnerable. Right, like you can see here, like, and especially if you're a tank player, don't do this. Like, the tanks are already moving this way, and they've left their entire backline open to the Ash.
In like the back right.
Yeah, and like this moment where they're all trying to rotate, their back line is open.
I'm gonna try to pull them down.
Yeah, and this is a really good pull.
I pulled Arista down.
Nice. They're one.
Like, if you guys are ever trying to attempt this, what should have happened is tanks take this door, backline follows up the stairs, tanks take up here, you shuffle your backline down the stairs, then the tanks go down the stairs and meet them.
Two down.
Yeah, McCree on our.
6 up top. He has to eat.
McCree under on the mini.
McCree's under.
That pull almost saved Doomfist.
Behind him.
Somebody's on point. I think it's May. Nearly Danny.
Oh, I got stunned.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be this is kind of why I want to get each of the individual roles together at some point and talk about
May. Focus to May. She's one.
just play styles during this meta, because I think we're not getting.
Thanks for both on lurker.
I think we can get more consistent value out of our pulls.
Probably coming soon. Manga.
Especially since like we haven't
We're
comboed,
gonna go for like a full.
we haven't really successfully comboed our Doomfist with one of those pulls yet.
Yeah, you just save your shield or eat. Yeah.
Shield's a little better.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, I didn't even.
6 level on top left. It looks like they're trying to go top left. They're all top left. Yeah, they're all top left.
Dude.
Hog? Huge.
Yep, Arista's in.
This is right.
Push the Arista.
I have a shield for you.
Okay.
Pull the Arista.
Nice.
Sig no eat.
I'm on 6.
Just ulting.
Sig ulting.
I'm on the
No need.
They're okay. They wasted.
6. Still 6.
She's one.
Stall on him.
Whatever.
Yeah, all this is fine. You got a few early picks and then push out the stagger.
I want you to communicate meaningful.
Okay.
There
I'll
you
do
go.
it when you use your meteor. So.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll just before I'm gonna actually press the button.
So I'm gonna say scout main because I'm on top now.
Imagine not being able to
Yeah, me
shoot
too.
damage.
I think that's what I do left.
Yeah,
They're all coming at me. Alright, I'm gonna go in with my dash before
I wanna use my ult early. Oh,
I'm pressing
Arista
Q,
just
pressing Q.
Okay, pulling.
Pulling.
huge.
Nice.
Hey.
Huge.
Stall him with one. Okay.
I mean, we could have actually. That was probably a better idea, but
That was amazing.
that was really good.
Do you guys even lose this?
Yes.
Yeah. It goes to overtime.
Danny, I'm
Yeah,
They
I
have
know
all
the-
their ults. And I
I
think
know
we
s-
use everything
right.
in this next fight.
Are they trying to like?
Oh yeah, they're all far.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
So, I mean, I haven't heard a conversation yet. A really cool call to make here would have been, especially since you got both caps. If you were able to anticipate this, that they all had their ults, I think what you guys should have called is everybody play point, everybody play really grouped up together, nobody use any ults, just let them blow all of their ults to take point, everybody die together, die as fast as you can. Get out as much of these ults as possible. If you die as one, you should have enough time to respawn and recontest with all of your ults, which hopefully now you would have the ult advantage after that.
Even a
We would
team
have
kill?
we'd have to die before overtime, or else we'd lose.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
The overtime?
Overtime
Yeah.
respawns are 10 seconds
Okay.
or something like that. Something stupid long.
And plus, for every extra person on the point, there's like
Yeah.
1 second added.
I mean, yeah, we'll be.
Well, Danny got stunned.
Well, yeah, okay, so the ash should definitely have been up here. You could leave the ash to handle the overtime with Bob and his own dead body. The other plan that you could have done, especially since they went down main, is to just early signal them. If you can get 1 or 2 picks before this last fight, it's
They beat it. There's the mail. I'm gonna ult this.
yeah. I think. All right, I think. God, there's a.
Yeah.
Every ult.
We use all of our ults. I think. Yeah, we use everything to get it to overtime.
Oh my god, this is actually really annoying. There's like a tooltip that's blocking me from clicking where I want. Yeah, I think. I'm actually gonna refresh to try to get rid of that tooltip. I mean, the biggest issue there was like you guys didn't have a plan going into that last fight.
They try to like.
And there are multiple plans that you could have chosen from. Yeah, I think this sumo ult was a little early.
They beat it. There's the mail. I'm gonna ult this. You also beat it. I'm gonna break the May.
Come on, as soon as she gets out, kill it.
Okay. High noon.
Yeah, signal.
How do we lose this?
Lucia in our back line. I don't think we turn around.
Oh, the Mora is back there too. Is this when we didn't kill the healers
Yeah.
that you were talking about, 8-bit?
Mm-hmm.
If you-
Okay.
At some point, the Lucia's health will go down to like 1 or 2 bars.
I think I called out that Lucio was one, but we were on somebody else, so I switched.
Yeah, like Lucia's was in our back line.
Come on, as soon as she gets out, kill it. Yeah, signal. You wear your shield?
Like the Lucia's health, it just goes like down to 0 and then back up.
Green, the left side, alone. I'm gonna switch ball. Done ball. Okay,
Alright, yeah, so the issue is just basics. Like no all plan and then the target focus. Like there wasn't a single target called here. Like this is actually a pretty good example of like notice that you guys make some calls, right? Like Sigma low. I think you guys say more low.
Come on, as soon as she gets out, kill it. Yeah, signal.
Sig was called as one, but he was full.
Green, the left side, alone.
Yeah, like, you also have McCree left side. Like it hasn't. The Sigma one actually kind of turned into a target call, but like not enough people reacted to it in time.
Yeah. Got all his health back.
Mail.
Like, All right, all planning aside, like the moment that they
Oh, they're coming. Drop it down.
like, all right, the moment that they pop coalescence, you know that the fight's about to start. And especially here, like when they're Lucio and Ursa kind of split off. At this moment, like someone should already be like the target colony should start to ramp up.
Okay.
And like especially important even like when you're Sigma, it's like it wasn't really fat in this case, but keep that in mind in the future. Like if you guys ever get like a really fast Sigma ult and they're all up in the air, it's really like you've got those few seconds to call targets and focus them down. Like
They beat it. There's the
Nail.
nail. I'm gonna ult this. I'm gonna try to kill it. He also beat it. I'm gonna break the
Yo, May.
May.
I'm walling. As soon as she gets out, kill it.
May. Hi, dude.
I'm like, what? Yeah, signal the. Sick one. Here's no suck.
yeah, the Sig gets healed up.
I need to.
Yeah,
Cause
like if you had managed to get that Sig, like he wouldn't have ulted there.
Green, the left side, the left.
I'm gonna switch gun ball.
The signal's frozen.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here at start.
Oh, Lapita.
Great.
And I hear like I think you could have waited just a little bit longer before contesting.
Nice.
May. Hi, dude.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, signal the.
Sick one. Here's no suck. You wear your shield?
He's ulting.
Try to look at the Lucio right now.
They beat it. There's the nail.
Nail.
I'm gonna ult this. I'm gonna try to kill it. He also beat it. I'm gonna break the
Yo, May.
May.
I'm walling.
As soon as she gets out, kill it.
May. Hi, dude.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, signal the.
Sick one. Here's no suck. You wear your shield?
He's ulting.
I need
We only have me for healing.
Alright, so I don't. It doesn't seem like apparent that like their team had much shot calling either. Like I mean it's hard to tell. I mean it seems like their only plan was let's go in with coalescence. So like all things being equal, like if you had two teams going into this last fight like this where you guys pretty much all have your ults, no one's making any kind of plan. It really all just comes down to who gets more value out of their ults and who target focuses better. And that can often be kind of just it can be a roll of the dice, especially if both teams are doing those things. Like in this situation, they got a little bit more value out of their ults, and you guys screwed up a few of yours. This is kind of why, like, if you can plan things out and talk through at least some of these things, you have a significant advantage over the other team. I think, like, I'm not like super concerned that you guys stacked your ults a little bit, but you guys would have gotten significantly more value if you had been like, okay, we're gonna coalesce first, and then we can beat after coalescence right out, and you guys would have sustained just a little bit longer. I think
Green, the left side,
I think Trezzy, you call.
I don't call anything.
He's ulting.
Yeah, there's a sequence here where like you were pretty much. I think you were doing
Just tunnel,
tunnel vision on the Lucio.
yeah.
So normally I don't think that's great.
I agree.
Lucio on Lucio battles are kind of like more v Moiras. You're just wasting each other's time, and I think he got more value out of it because he kind of didn't take this battle and was providing value elsewhere. Jose, I kind of leave this to your judgment call. One, like you have a very different play style from how I play support. You're just a lot more aggressive than I am, and like if you see a Lucio kill, go for it.
Yeah, they did a lot in the scrim.
Especially since like, I mean, I think I can confidently say like you probably have the advantage in like against this Lucio. So if you see the kill, go for it. The thing that like I would stress to you is, and like I want to phrase this very carefully, like it's not that I want you to play less aggressive. Like I think that's not as important. What's more important,
You want me to channel my aggression elsewhere.
yeah. Well, yes. That's part of it. The complete answer would be like making sure that you are being aggressive, yeah, like in the right situation and the right time.
And also communicating my aggression.
Yes, in this situation, like you were tunnel vision on the Lucio, which can be fine. Like you got him pretty low, but if you had made the call to somebody else like a little bit earlier, and you had even just one person get, you know,
Yeah,
one.
and it wasn't even that. It was me wanting to duel the Lucio. It was just the first. He was in our backline,
Hi, dude.
and
Yeah, like
I play a very. My only experience on Lucio before this was with an Ana, so I have very peel mentality on Lucio. So like when I see someone in our backline like that, I protect the team instead of playing like the Lucio goats.
right.
You know what I mean?
I think it's good. I think. This is not like as a suggestion of what you should do, because again we have different play styles. But what I would have done if the Lucio was like in our backline and getting value, I would have just booped him away and left him alone. Like as long as like I'm annoying this guy enough. This guy enough to where he can't do his job or like do what he plans to do. That's enough for me.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I did up until we both meet back into our team.
Yeah, signal up.
Up to right here, and then it becomes tunnel vision. Because now I'm in their team.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that I wanted to stress to you is just be careful about timing and situation of your aggression. There are going to be times where you are aggressive, where it is a mistake.
He's ulting, he's ulting.
I need
You only have me for healing?
Agree in the left side of the left. I'm gonna switch spell. Done ball. Okay,
I died in it.
the signal's frozen. Actually, I'm going right. Yeah, focus 200 HP here at first.
Oh, Lapisa.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah, so like hopefully you guys can see like up until this point, like this fight was totally winnable. You guys just kind of missed out on a few key things that you should have been doing, like target calling and planning. So here, I think what you guys should try to start incorporating into like these stalls, calling out like, I got point, I have to leave point, because I think what you should have done here.
I died in it.
The signal's frozen. Actually, I'm going. Left side of the left. I'm gonna switch spell. Done ball. Okay,
I died in it.
The signal's frozen. the left side alone.
I'm gonna switch stall. Done ball.
Okay,
Nine,
yeah.
nine, nine, nine.
Going this one.
The Sigma's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here.
Okay. Okay, so dream scenario here, right? Like, you got swap to tracer. The tracer needs to call out on touching point, on contesting point, which should hopefully let the Mei know that it's okay to step off. Because in this situation, like, if the Mei could just survive for like until the rest of the team can get here, like that would be huge. Also, being, let's see. I mean, it's good that you got the pick on the Moira.
I'm gonna switch stall.
Ulting, he's ulting.
I think that's
Ulting for healing.
probably why we played so aggressive.
Done ball.
Because they only had one heal.
Um,
Like with the retake, I mean. Because with spawns being as slow as they are for us.
Sigma's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here at first.
yeah, like, okay, so here, if, yeah, because the pick on the Moira is actually pretty big. If the main probably should have, or the man known that the tracer was there. This call out would be made. I'm touching point. I'm touching point. The main needs to try to work his way away and try to stay alive. And then, yeah, here in the Sigma frozen, I think the tracer should have switched targets.
Oh, McCree's on.
Great.
Don't
McCree's
agree.
Nice.
Agree off.
And then I think the two of you guys came out a little bit early. Like in this street, you can give 2 ticks. If anything, like in that initial scenario with the Mei and Tracer there, like you guys have kind of already done your job. Like stall point just a little bit.
Who's your half?
Agree in the left side alone.
I'm gonna switch stall. Done ball.
Okay,
Nine,
yeah.
nine, nine, nine.
User, I don't think I would fault you. Like this is kind of tough to like. I think you should have faded this way.
Going this one.
The Sigma's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here at first.
Okay,
Nine,
yeah.
nine, nine, nine.
Yeah, it's like even the Tracer. Like I don't think you guys need to like be so stuck to this point. It's okay to like bounce back and forth, as long as you know like who's touching and who's not.
Nine, nine, nine.
Going this one.
The Sigma's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP.
Because even here, like, if both of you, I mean, you still have the full bar. If both of you got off here and kept yourselves alive,
HP here at first.
this fight would have gone very
Oh,
differently.
McCree's on.
Yeah, like your ball loser just respawn. And in this situation, you would have been a 4v3. So
Agree. Don't agree.
Nice.
Agree off.
Nice.
He's on. May's back, May's back.
Stand point, stand
I got
point.
me. I got me. Agree.
Lucio, Lucio, one.
it's really good killing the McCree.
May's back, May's back.
Stand point, stand
I
point.
got me. I got me. Agree.
Lucio, Lucio, one, Lucio, one.
Lucio one, Lucio one.
That's where you didn't pick the Lucio.
Yeah.
Ball.
McCree's
right.
on stairs.
So
low.
I'm
Nice
breaking the
ball.
block, breaking the block.
Ball frozen.
And even this is winnable.
Who's your half?
Agree in the left side.
I'm gonna switch stall. Done ball.
Okay,
Nine,
yeah.
nine, nine, nine.
Going this one.
The Sigma's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here at first.
Oh, McCree's on.
Great.
Don't agree.
Nice.
Agree off.
Nice.
He's on. May's back. May's back, May's back.
Stand point.
Please don't tell me you guys are watching me throw.
Yep. On Tracer now. Tracer stall.
That was kind of unlucky, Trezzy, on that one.
Oh, McCree's on.
Nice.
Big boop.
May's back. Stand point.
I got mate.
Lucio one.
Lucio one.
I'm killing that.
Stand point.
I got mate.
Lucio one.
Lucio one.
I'm killing that. Ball.
So there's 2 targets there. No.
Done ball.
Yeah, so that's why I got off the Lucio, because no one was around.
Frozen.
And no one else was on him but me. So I left the Lucio to target the McCree.
Nice.
He's on. May's back. Stand point.
I got mate. Nice.
He's on.
I have some unfortunate news.
Stand point.
I won't be able to play tomorrow.
Oh no.
Oh no. Work?
Yeah.
Big rip.
I tried to explain that I had a video game tournament. The big boss guy did not think it's a good reason.
Uh,
I got mate.
Now you call in sick.
I asked if I could have like a 2-hour lunch at like 8 o'clock. It's like, I mean, I won't be the ASM there tomorrow, so I'll talk to them.
well, hopefully Tech can make it.
Oh, you're getting such a bad cough. You should probably stay home tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are those sniffles? You're sniffling, Danny. You should take it easy.
Oh my gosh, you're burning up. You have a fever.
Is that strep throat? Quickly Google your symptoms and tell your boss you have cancer.
Trezzy, I'm assuming like you felt this out. You knew that they're right up on you.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm dead probably. Because I knew that McCree was down there, and I don't know what the May was doing. I think she turned her monitor off on accident.
So I don't know if there's much that you could have done here.
Not really. I just got booped into her, so.
But I think the moment that you ended up in this situation, you needed to realize like you're deep in enemy territory. You're not even at full health, and yes, you are pretty much dead here. But I think like you do retreat pretty quickly. But like I feel like all of your brain cells needs to like be devoted on how to stay alive, because there's a split second here where, I mean, not a bad boop on the Lucio, but you kind of linger there for a split second.
May's back. Stand point.
Right there?
Yeah, you booped the
I was. Yeah,
Wait,
Like,
but
What?
what is me lingering there? I'm dead either way there.
what are you guys seeing? Trezzy's
Uh,
dead for me. I don't know.
The
I think,
McCree's,
like-
the McCree
Yeah,
coming
the
up there.
McCree kills him.
What
like I said, like there's not much you can do, but I think if you had just tried to speed all the way back without even thinking about anything else, I think you could have had a shot to stay alive.
Yeah, maybe, but that's what ifs.
May's back. Stand point.
That would have been so damn close. Because he hits me no matter what. It's the second shot that matters.
And I was right there. I don't know if I would have been able to heal you through it.
And I mean,
Getting
like
closer to
we're,
me.
we're starting to get down to like really micro decisions too. Like,
Which we should. I don't think we should be worrying about that yet. We're only 3.6.
like you could have also been aware that the McCree was probably gonna work his way that way too. But like, yeah, that's getting.
I also could have one clipped this Arisa.
Freeze on stairs.
Yeah.
He's led.
I'm
Nice.
taking the
Ball.
ball, taking the ball.
Ball first. Mora? We get Mora? Let's look at the Mora. She's in behind the shield.
They have a Genji now
Nice
too.
ball. Nice ball.
Getting.
Nice, you guys are up. Just keep it running.
You shouldn't have been focusing the Moira
Warriors calling.
second. She coalesced. Danny.
I think I was going for the health back more than her.
Oh, okay. It just looked like you were just
on my way
hot.
to- Yeah. Well, I was shooting at her, yeah, but I think I went over there for that.
Nice, you guys are up. Just keep it
Did
running.
I not even pick it up?
You didn't
No.
rock it. You went over there but didn't pick it up.
I go back. Maybe it wasn't spawned. I
Okay.
don't know.
Maybe, yeah, I think she just picked it up, didn't she? Maybe. Warriors calling.
Oh shit.
Very slow, very slow.
Yeah, like there hasn't been a target call in a while too.
Can you guys hear comms?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
They've
probably
been
muted
Oh, yeah.
at the bottom. Warriors calling.
Very slow, very slow.
Arisa, Arisa, one.
You have to touch steal.
Okay.
Salting.
Tag
Wee.
almost in
Give her a go. Give her a go. You go.
I'm
got
on
it.
point, but they're gonna cut me.
the Oh,
Oh
we
god.
got me out, we got me out.
Ah!
Come on, go. Keep going.
Keep stalling, keep stalling. Winnable,
I
winnable.
don't, I couldn't get it.
Go, Zach. I mean, steal. Go steal.
Yeah, like the biggest thing missing is just target calling.
I'm getting bladed.
Oh god, I got played.
Oh my gosh!
And I would say like if there was like the best, like the moment that you guys got into the stall, the best opportunity that you had to win was like right here. Yeah, communicating this. I'm contesting point. I'm off point, and just the two of you guys trying to stay alive as long as possible. You can try to abuse this bar.
Signal's frozen.
Actually, I'm going right.
Yeah, focus 200 HP here at first.
And it's like you can even give 2 ticks.
Lucretia.
Because if you guys had managed to stay alive for the ball and Lucy to get back, I think this would have been one right there.
Nice, great, nice.
Maze back, stand point, stand
I
point.
got mid. I got mid. Cree.
Lucio, Lucio one, Lucio one.
Lucio 1.
I'm killing them.
McCree just legged it.
Ball.
Yeah, I would say like that's the biggest. I mean, this entire match was pretty much a blowout in your favor, and you guys lost it literally on this last fight, and it really just came down to. It really just came down to planning and target calling. And again, it's not like it doesn't mean you have to like fully plan out everything and be like absolutely perfect on target calling. There's some, especially since like you said, like you guys are 3.6. There's a little bit of wiggle room.
A little bit.
The important thing is like you need to try to do more of it than the other team so that you have just a bit of an advantage.
I just need to make sure we don't overdo it because we've overdone it as well, and I think it's even worse than not calling. I don't remember what scrum we did it, but like I could not hear a single thing.
I think it's been rare though, right? Those situations.
Overcoming?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Yes, especially since it's rare. I think it's okay for you guys to work up to that point, and when it becomes like a constant issue, you can like sort it out. Because when we get to that point, there's gonna be little things like
I'm killing them.
where is it?
Great.
Don't agree.
Nice, great, nice.
Like we can tell during this fight, no one knows what to call. We're just saying what we see.
Yeah, like when you get to the overcoms, yeah, this is actually a really good example.
It's dead silent, and then nice we're up, and then it's coming back from spawn.
Nice, you guys are up.
This person's on point. Like they're
We're
pretty useless.
Yeah, like so I think a user called out Moria's calling there. When you guys go to the point where it's over, you would want to cut that out just because like I think the team can see that there's a big Moria beam.
I think I say it more for myself to remember that she used it later on when I'm trying to recall the ultimate track.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not necessarily saying, so my shot calling isn't necessarily to anyone else, it's more to me and to let other people on the team know what I see. So like somebody on point isn't necessarily important, it's just there is a May on point right now. She might not be the target, there might be something more important.
So,
And I
yeah,
think that's when a mediator would be able to make that call.
it's definitely a good practice to like call out like enemy ultimate as they're using it as a way to like remember track ults. The reason why in this particular situation why it would be overcoming is one, like the fight has devolved, so you kind of need a lot of that and like this like silent space devoted to fill with target calling. And also it's the last fight, so it's kind of like you don't need
you don't
to
have
know.
to track the ults.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I can fix like not saying the Moira ult because that's obvious, and I know that.
Well, I think
saying
for the moment, I don't think you really need to worry too much about that, just because you guys aren't running into overcoms too much. It's more important to have, and like I think I would kind of put this on whoever you guys decide to be a mediator, as like in these situations, like recognizing that target hasn't been called for a really long time when it's like it's one of the most important things that needs to be done in these devolved fights. Having the mediator recognize that and be like, either I would say the best thing for the target calls is to just call a target himself to get it going. I think that would be the best way to solve.
okay.
Because it would take too long for the mediator to be like, we need to call a target, we need to call a target. Just, at that point, just pick anyone. If it's like, even if it's not the most optimal one, if you've gone like 2 to 3 seconds in these devolved fights without like shooting at a focus target, just call anything and get the target focus going again. I mean, other than that, do you guys have any questions about this map?
Nope.
I mean, you guys rolled it.
There's really not a viewable map.
Iconwad? Didn't we lose Iconwad?
No, we rolled them. They got first point, and then we held them like around first corner, and then full cap. And we only lost a single map against in Rose, and then that team got dropped from Diamond, so I think we actually got that map back.
Hey, Bit, you're gonna have to be playing all the hit skin now.
Oof. Alright, I'll practice.
I also told Yeti you might need him.
Well, hopefully the higher level scrims will start getting some bonds.
Yeah, I just checked my schedule and he put me in for closing for like the next 2 weeks. So.
Wow.
I thought you were off.
I wasn't scheduled next week until today, I
Oh,
guess. So.
I'll take-
Tig has the rest of the maps we played that night. I only got the last two because I was spectating it.
Is there another one that you guys would want to look at?
Not me personally.
I think they're all kind of the similar issues of we fall off on target calling and we don't have and all of our previous scrims have been pretty easy.
Yeah, these last few VODs that I reviewed for you guys just feels like trying to squeeze out just whatever droplets are left.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have the one tomorrow because that's being streamed, and then we should probably get a VOD review for against Martian Academy. Academy. Since they're 3.9.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll get some good videos there.
Stricken's not on that team anymore, huh? Right?
No. Their team's in a messy spot right now.
Oh, Magma's on that team.
I think he's a sub right now.
Oh, is he a sub? I thought he was.
That's what I mean. The team
He's
is
a
in a
flex.
really weird
Okay.
spot. Because I talked to Starlight and Kate outside of
He's
team environment.
off healer. I don't remember. He played Moira. I got coaching from him when I played Moira.
Magma?
Ago. Yeah, Magma was one of like the friends of the channel that like Ari and I were part of, and Brandon were a part of.
From the scrims I've watched, I think he plays Lucio.
Yeah, he coached me on Moira because he used to play Moira when she first came out, I think. And she was, I got to climb with her, so I wanted coaching on her. Coach me. But then I switched to off healer and I didn't play Moira.
Hey,
Well,
Trezzy.
this is your time.
Yeah.
On the off chance Yeti can't play tomorrow, what deep hit scan DPS you want me to warm up on?
Reaper.
Just Reaper?
You'll be probably Reaper, Sim Doom. Tech can play Pharah.
Tech can also play Widow. I know that.
Anything else will just be sort of just in the moment.
All right, cool.
Bastion, I'm sure you could play. And
Yeah.
for some random reason, we want to try to do that.
Alrighty.
You guys have the map pool for tomorrow?
Same maps
Do we?
that we've been playing under strats and goals.
Yeah, whenever you guys win the money and I don't get a split, I'm suing.
I'm suing.
And we're
Nice
the
try.
higher speed, so they get to pick.
Yeah,
They said
pick-
they wanted to attack the whole time.
which is great. That means the game will be quicker.
Alright. Let me add tech. Just to make sure.
But yeah, we'll probably go over this again 30 minutes before we actually start tomorrow.
Are we done?
I think
I
so.
know.
Right.
Unless you guys had anything else for me.
No.
Good.
All right, thanks for doing the motor review.
Yeah, I'll upload this tonight.